KY3 and KSPR News continues.
Some people still getting some heavy rain in the Ozarks after a wild overnight of weather.
Temperatures are crashing, too. Here's Brandon with a look at the radar first.
The heavy rain you can see behind you guys. I mean, it's still cranking and is moving northeast. Nothing severe in the Ozarks right now. All the warnings have been discontinued, but that doesn't mean there isn't some pretty hefty rainfall coming down. That may lead to at least some localized flooding. And then on the backside of this thing, well, it's a whole lot colder. Now, the good news, at least for those that weren't already seeing ice anyway, that would be like Springfield. We're just a bit above it, and the rain's about to wind down. So just a real brief window of opportunity where we could see some very light glazing on windshields and things. Roads should be fine, though. 58 in West Plains, pocket of warm air out here in our eastern counties, but below freezing, pretty much from Camden to Monette and points to the northwest. 29 at Lamar. I want you to notice, though, it's 19 at Chanute. It's 11 in Emporia. It's 9 in Salina right now, and that cold air is piling south. So, bus stop forecast, well, it's a big coat day. Even for you folks out to the east that are starting in the 50s, it won't be that way later today. 33 in Springfield, and then we're going to see wind chills as cold, maybe even upper single digits this afternoon when the kids come home. It'll be in the low 20s. And then we're headed for single-digit lows tonight. I'll have the forecast in detail in just a few minutes.
All right, and as the sun comes up, we're expecting to find more and more damage from the overnight storms.
Lexi Spivak is out this morning checking your road conditions. And Lexi, storm damage caused a wreck where you are.
Yeah, Maria and Paul, I actually just hung up the phone with Lieutenant Mark Schindler, and he gave me the lowdown of how this happened here. See, I'm going to step out of the way so you can see this massive tree right behind me, right across Seminole. I mean, this could even be a couple trees. It's just huge. And what happened was a woman was leaving her home earlier this morning, didn't see it. Obviously, it's very dark out here still, and ran into the tree. Now, some good news is that that woman is expected to be okay. You know, just a couple of scratches is actually what he said. He also says, hey, city crews are on the other side of this working on the cleanup process, and they are all okay. So some great news there, a great update. And actually, they really just had to use the tow to unwedge the car from under the tree, drove it to a better spot to hook it up, and then hooked it up and just towed it away within the past 5 minutes. So again, want to repeat, this is on Seminole near Grant in Springfield. And this is an area you're obviously going to want to avoid if you live in this neighborhood. Do not try and get to Campbell or anywhere else using Seminole this morning. I will say, though, we've been driving around all morning, and not many of the streets look like this one. For the most part, things are okay, but then you'll see the random street that looks like this. So we do encourage you to take a lot of extra time for that storm damage that you could come across. Another reason you're going to want to take a lot of extra time is because it's really getting cold out here. When we got into work this morning around 2:30, it was about 50 degrees, maybe a little less than that. Now it feels like it's below freezing. It's very cold out here. We're excited that, you know, that woman's okay because we can get in the car and get our gloves on. We just want everyone to dress warmly, drive safe, and yeah, send us any pictures if you have any storm damage in your area. Paul, Maria, back to you.
Thank you, Lexi. It's 33 degrees in Springfield right now. A close
right
call for some homeowners. Right here, look at this. A power pole came down on their car.
Yeah, that happened on Fairway Avenue, just north of Grand. The homeowners say they watched the tree fall in their backyard and bring down that power pole. They also tell us they're relieved the tree didn't fall the other way onto their home. Meteorologist Matt Jones joins us now with new storm damage pictures that are coming into the newsroom. Matt.
Yeah, all kinds of damage pictures and also just some really cool lightning video that we just got in here a few minutes ago. I want to show you this. Check this out. This is kind of slow motion, and watch how this lightning just kind of radiates here. And this guy actually slowed it down for you, so it's kind of cool to see. You can actually see how vivid that was, and that was taken last night as those strong storms were moving through the Springfield area. That was at the Greene-Webster County line. Also want to show you, though, we got some new photos in just now of some of that wintry precip, and this is actually posted on the KY3 Storm Team page. Look at all the ice accumulating there on those tree branches. This was sent in by Faye Koger, and this was up in the El Dorado Springs area. So again, we're dealing with all kinds of stuff, the severe weather aspect and the wintry weather, which of course Brandon will have more on coming up through the show.
Thank you, Matt. Incredible pictures there and video. Right after the storm passed, firefighters got a call about smoke coming from the Burger King on North Glenstone. We're told a fire did not break out in the restaurant. Everyone got out of the smoking building okay. No word yet, though, on what caused it.
Let's take a look at the MoDOT Travelers map. And before I show you the full map, I'm going to tell you, up in the Kansas City area, this is what you might expect. It looks like a light snow here, maybe ice. This is on I-49 at Missouri 2. That's up toward the Kansas City area. Watch out for that. And as I put this away and shut down that camera there, look at all this. This is up near, and it's refreshing for me. Up here in the Kansas City area, that's purple. You just really want to avoid that area as you can. Now, if we come back down here into our viewing area, kind of a line that goes up this way, from the corner of the state up toward Jefferson City, Columbia area, that's where you start to see the darker blues fill in. This is down in our viewing area as you get toward Warsaw and just north of Springfield, Osceola. You start to see this darker blue, and darker blue means you're in partly covered, so watch out for those areas. Jump over here to Arkansas real quick. Arkansas is clean and green right now. We do have a number of school closings. Let me put this in full screen mode for you, and there are quite a few. The list has grown to 52 school closings. I'll scroll through a few of those real quick for you. You can look for yours. I don't see Springfield popping up on this list, although I do see Willard on the list. 52 different districts closed right now. We'll keep updating this as the morning goes along. I'm going to jump back out of full screen mode, jump over here to Missouri power outages. Quite a few power outages in the state of Missouri. Right now, about 6,000. Checking out Springfield. If you look in Springfield, there's just really basically a handful. Just a second ago, there were some north of 44. Now, just a few south. There's 14 here. So these colors represent, let me see if I can move that map around. And let's zoom this out just a little bit. Yeah, these areas represent just a smattering of outages here in the Springfield City Utilities area. If you go to Arkansas, there's close to 2,500 outages. Let's check out North Arkansas Electric Co-op, and as I look at the numbers here, about 200 without power in the Mountain Home area. So you're without power there, and that's probably, Brandon talked about a severe storm that went through there about an hour ago? Yeah, a little more than that. About an hour and a half ago went through. That's probably a result of that. A lot to talk about here with weather, and we're going to keep you up to date on this throughout the morning.
We'd like to see your pictures of storm damage or winter weather. You can upload them on our KY3 and KSPR News apps. We also have the latest school closings there. I believe we're up to 56 now. Springfield schools are open at this point. You can check out the live radar as well and the current road conditions in Missouri and Arkansas.
And, of course, you can submit those pictures via the weather app, which will tell you the hour-by-hour tumble we're about to take on the thermometer. We've been holding at 33. So close. And the rain's about to wind down, so it looks like very little ice for Springfield. But some points to the north got it. Other points to the east still getting storms, and the cold's coming for everybody. I'll have the forecast coming up next. First of all, of course, the weather school question. True or false? Canada has a colder record temperature than the U.S. We'll have the answer coming up.